Hi, English scholars. This is Professor Harmon here, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about your first exam assessment. So I've used air quotes because it's not your traditional exam, all right? It's not going to be multiple choice. It's not going to be pen and paper, and it's not going to be taken online through Blackboard in a timed environment. You actually are going to be creating an authentic assessment. You're going to be writing a literary analysis. And I want to start off by showing you where you're going to find your resources and the assignment. I'll start with that. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your actual project or paper. Talk to you about my expectations, talk to you about the due date, and also talk to you a little bit about how writing is always a work in progress. So even though I am, calling it an exam and it will be weighted somewhat heavily, it's part of your major assessments, you will have the option to revise if necessary. So no need to stress, all right? You will have the opportunity to revise if you would like to do so. So as you can see, I am at the course site. I'm going to go over to Unit 1 because we are wrapping up Unit 1 with the with this exam. So I'm going to click on Unit 1, Quizzes and Exam 1. And I'm going to go into Exam 1, Assignment and Resources. And right here you will see your Exam 1 assignment. Okay? You will notice what your goal is, what your role is, who your audience is, what the scenario is. Because basically you are taking on the role of an intern. You're an intern for an academic journal, and you've been asked to write a literary analysis for a regionalist text. So your goal is to help readers understand how an author uses literary elements to provide insight into their place of origin. Now, you have the option to choose any regionalist author that we've read so far, okay? You must show how that author chooses a specific literary element. It could be a symbol, it could be characterization, it could be setting, to convey the characteristics of their place of origin. So, you need to be able to identify, well, what is the author's place of origin? So, for example, Sarah Jewett was from the New England region, right? So, you could definitely write a paper talking about any symbols, any use of setting to convey the characteristics of that New England region. You are only writing a 1 to 2 page literary analysis. Because remember, this is ideally, if it was for the real world, right, for a real world authentic audience, it would be short for an academic journal. So assume that you're looking to get published. This is a 1 to 2 page literary analysis that must use textual evidence only from the primary source, which would be the story that you read, okay, from the anthology. That's the only citations that you need to have, okay? So you need to analyze the historical context of the text. You need to introduce the author, obviously the title of the piece that you're analyzing. Talk a little bit about regionalism. And then you're going to cite examples from the text using MLA format. Anything else that you copy or take from the internet needs to be cited. All right? Everyone will be submitting their papers to a plagiarism detection device. Please take a look at any highlighted areas that could be considered plagiarism. Anything you copy, all right, you need to quote appropriately. All right, so when you click on this link, it will take you to the full assignment and you can really see some more details there. If you click on this right here, the title, that will take you to where you can submit your paper. Please do not copy and paste anything. You are uploading your file right here. Let's go back. And then throughout the folder, you'll see various resources and files to help you with literary analysis, okay? Now, this is a work in progress. This is your first literary analysis. So, yes, it's an exam, but this is basically, I would say, like a draft, because once I give you feedback, you will have the option to revise if necessary, okay? Know that a literary analysis is opinion-based, okay? It makes a point about a work of literature, but it supports that point, right, by discussing the work's literature elements or main themes. All right, and I gave you more of this in the notes down below. It really goes beyond simply what is contained in the literature, okay? It uses the literature as a starting point, using it to support an opinion, okay? So in other words, when you write a literary analysis, you have to bring something new to the table. And usually this involves discussing the story under the lens of some type of literary element. So for example, I'm going to give you a sample thesis statement, because all of your papers should have a thesis statement which takes the reader to the heart of your paper topic, okay, introduces the text you will be analyzing, and tells the reader what your paper is about. So, for example, this is a sample thesis for this assignment. In Sarah Jewett's The White Heron, she uses nature to develop the main characters and gives readers insight to what the desolate wilderness of Maine was really like. So in this paper, the author is going to talk about how Jewett, right, uses nature to give insight to what Maine was like and to develop the characters. Okay? It is not a long paper. It is 1 to 2 pages. Okay? 2 pages long. Take a look at the notes. Please reach out if you want to meet and conference. We can do so. If you want to send me a sample thesis, we can do that too. I can review that. I will review any parts of your process along the way. This is due Sunday by midnight. Again, it's 1 to 2 pages. It's not supposed to be extensive. Do not overthink it, okay? Any questions, let me know. I'm here. You can call me. We can meet, whatever it is. But just remember, you can revise, all right? Have a great day. Take care.